My name is Mary Swing, and I work as an International Admissions Analyst in the International Enrollment Center. So I'm originally from Colorado in the US, but I actually grew up in China. So I lived there for 7 years as a teenager. And when I came back to the US, I came back to study at CSU. So I'm also a CSU alum. And I enjoy hiking, swimming, playing volleyball, reading, hanging out with friends. So that's actually one of the reasons that I'm working in the International Enrollment Center, because when I was applying to CSU, I was doing it from another country. So I found that I had a lot of difficulties. And so because of all these different things, I felt like it was a big barrier to coming to CSU when I was applying from another country. So when I did come here and I experienced my first year and I experienced culture shock and all these other things, I felt it was important to give back to my community and give back to international students from my own experience and help them through that process. So on a day-to-day basis, I answer a lot of emails. Students will email us with questions about their application, documents that they need to submit, their I-20, visa interviews, asking what CSU is like, what the weather is like, all these different things. So I answer all sorts of questions over email. I also work on reviewing students' applications, so I make sure that they've submitted everything. And then we also just meet with students on a daily basis if they have questions and want to talk to us online, or even if they're here visiting, they can always come into our office and ask us questions in person. So I've also worked in another unit on campus. I worked in International Student and Scholar Services. And while I was there, I worked with current students and we did programs and events to help them succeed at CSU. So I think that the most fulfilling parts of my job are a combination of the two jobs that I've had here at CSU. And that's seeing them be able to come to CSU and achieve their dreams. So I get to see them from the very beginning when they first email us asking how to apply. And I also get to see them at the very end when they graduate and achieve their dreams and get amazing jobs and change the world. I would say that there's so many places that I love on campus, but probably my favorite one is the little garden that's just across the street from Laurel Hall, where the Office of International Programs is located. And it's this really quiet garden. It has benches, it has flowers, it has all sorts of vegetation. Those squirrels come and play, and there's butterflies, and that's my favorite place to go when I'm eating lunch or I just need time to relax. Even as a student, I would go there. So much advice, really. Applying to university is an overwhelming thing, whether you're from the US or whether you're from another country. So my advice is to read information carefully and then to ask us a question when you're not sure. And when we respond, just make sure that you're reading the email clearly and you're understanding what the information says. And we'll help you through that process because we know it's really confusing. We just encourage you to be brave, stay confident, and always ask a question if you have one.